Hello, I'm the Gallifreyan Ravenclaw. I know if you look at this channel it looks like I basically created it and then stopped it straight away. There were a number of reasons, including I had some technical difficulties which then basically made me lose heart in doing it. So this is me sort of relaunching it, if you like, because obviously the new series of Doctor Who starts on Sunday. I'd love to say I'm going to review every episode, but I don't think that's likely. I'll probably do the sort of big ones, so like last series I probably would have done sort of Skyfall Part 1 after the reveal of the Master, Fugitive of the Judoon to talk about the Ruth Doctor, and then Timeless Children to talk about that whole thing. But this one is about the Confused Adipose's Echo's End, which was out on Friday. I hadn't watched any before the Brink of Destruction, and when I watched that I think I missed the very beginning, and then as I hadn't seen the others I had a bit of trouble understanding what was going on for quite a while. But this one didn't feel like that. Obviously this time I knew the two Doctors and the Master from last time, but I think you didn't even need to almost know that. So obviously, spoiler warning, if you're watching this without having seen that, links in the description. So I found with the plot that it was very compelling, and you were obviously thrown into it quite quickly as the black hole appeared literally minutes through, and then the whole black holes with a Doctor on each side felt a bit 50th. Throughout it obviously switched perspectives a number of times between the Doctors and the Masters and then the companions, but it didn't get confusing. You always sort of knew who you were with. So the characters, my favourite was definitely the Echo Doctor, although I almost preferred her as Missy, especially when she was sort of telling off the two Masters and putting them in their place, because obviously the Master wouldn't actually accept that from anyone except when he thought it was himself. Then Ben's Master, amazing, as I loved him in the previous one as well. Really hope we see him again. Then there was the two Doctors, and I really liked the scenes with both of them, especially the first one where obviously Joe's Doctor wasn't understanding that she was him, and then I really liked the very, very short interaction with them when she had told the Master she was the Doctor and was about to go, and he just sort of went, "Are you sure?" Because that was obviously him trying to be protective of her without giving away that he was also the Doctor. Then obviously the other Master, who was Elliot, was very different to Ben's Master in the fact that he just was completely bonkers, whereas Ben's Master's more, he is mad and obviously evil laughter, both of them. That scene was great, but he has his limits, whereas the other one was willing to merge with Omega, which Ben's one wasn't even willing to let that happen 300 years time. He actually sided with the Doctor over that. I also liked that all three of the Masters had their own weapons. Obviously they commented that Ben's one was classic, and then the other one had his cane, and then Missy's umbrella. So then obviously I've said the twist of Missy actually being the Doctor, an Echo Doctor. Obviously it was a very different plot having a Doctor pretending to be a Master, and we didn't even know that she wasn't Missy until the other Masters did. But obviously there was the line at the beginning where she said, "I'm 300 years in your future," and then the other Master went, "No, I am." I thought that was hinting that he was going to regenerate into her at the end, but obviously that was wrong. She just didn't know how many years was between them. The original music was great and it didn't distract from the plot, but in occasions, especially when they sort of at the end of a scene were just walking away and the music would swell, set the mood for the end of that scene and transitioning into the next one. And then the original titles were amazing. They looked like a modern version of the classic titles, and the music was quite classic as well. And then obviously the effects of that and all the other things, the TARDISes were clever, and obviously being able to get in and out of them. Obviously nowhere near as good as the actual programme, but this is a fan film with limited budget, so it isn't going to be, but it was very good considering that it was a fan film. So obviously I will try and review this Sunday's Doctor Who episode, as it's the first in the series, the Halloween special. I can't remember the name of it. If you haven't seen Echo's End and don't mind that I've just spoiled most of it, it's in the description, and obviously he has done other fan films like this in the past. As I mentioned, Brink of Destruction is the other one I've seen. So watch them and subscribe to him for any other Doctor Who content. Bye.